Okay, so get ready, because we're diving deep into the world of marriage prep.
Marriage prep.
Well, kind of, yeah.
Okay.
We're looking at this book called How Do I Love Thee? Food for Thought Before You Say I Do.
Mm.
You shared some excerpts from it, and
Yeah.
it's by DeBorrah K. Ogans,
Okay.
and it's billed as like a relationship guide
Mm-hmm.
for couples who are preparing for marriage.
Yeah, and I think a lot of couples spend so much time on like the wedding
Oh, totally.
and forget to plan for the marriage.
Oh, sure.
And this book really encourages couples to
Yeah.
have those like really important conversations
Legit.
before the big day.
I love that because it's more than just like
Yeah.
flowers and seating charts.
Totally.
It's about like, are you truly ready for this
Because they had a
event?
big one.
Yeah, not just like the party.
Right.
So we're gonna go through some of the key themes and questions that are in this book,
Okay.
and hopefully give you some good insights, whether you're considering marriage or just want to understand relationships better.
For sure. For sure.
So one of the things that I noticed right away is that this book is really pushing couples to look beyond just the superficial aspects of a wedding
Absolutely.
and like really delve into some deeper issues.
Yeah. And it really does a good job at helping couples determine their readiness
Yeah.
for marriage, and it gives them tools to use to
It's
navigate those challenges.
Yeah, like it almost feels like a marriage readiness checklist
Yes.
as opposed to a wedding planner.
Exactly. Exactly. And one of the things that really stood out to me was how Ogans really emphasizes understanding your partner's love language.
Oh, yeah.
That idea that people give and receive love in different ways.
Yeah.
And she argues that recognizing your partner's love language,
Yeah.
whether it's words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts, quality time, or physical touch,
Yeah.
is just so crucial for a really fulfilling relationship.
I can see how like mismatched love languages would lead to a lot of frustration.
Oh, totally.
Like one person's like showering the other with gifts, but they
really?
just want to like cuddle on the couch.
Exactly. Or, you think you're showing love by doing the dishes,
Yeah.
but your partner really just wants to hear you say, I love you.
Yeah. That makes total sense.
It's all about speaking the same language when it comes to love.
Yeah, for sure. And the book goes into a lot of like these practical aspects of married life too.
Absolutely. Yeah, it doesn't shy away from the tough stuff either.
What do you mean?
Well, for example, there's a whole chapter dedicated to managing finances as a couple.
Oh.
Ogans really encourages couples to create a joint budget even before the wedding happens.
Wow.
And to have open and honest conversations about their financial habits, goals, and even any debts they might bring into the marriage.
That's a good idea.
It is, because, money can be
Oh.
such a source of tension in relationships.
Absolutely. I mean, I gotta admit though, part of me is like a little skeptical.
Oh, really?
I mean, can a book really prepare you for like all the complexities of marriage?
That's a good point. It's
Yeah.
not a magic formula or anything,
Right.
but it can be a really powerful starting point
Yeah.
to have these conversations.
Right.
Ogans provides this framework for couples to really explore their expectations and their values
Right.
and potential points of conflict
Yeah.
before they say, I do.
So it's more about like proactive communication rather than just
Yes.
reacting when problems arise.
Exactly. It's about getting ahead of the game.
I like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like having a guided conversation starter
Mm-hmm.
to help you navigate those like tricky topics
Yes.
that you might otherwise avoid.
That's a great way to put it. And you know what else I really appreciate about Ogans' approach is that she encourages couples to look beyond that
Yeah.
romantic ideal of marriage
Okay.
and really consider those day-to-day realities.
Oh, okay.
She even tackles the topic of in-laws,
Oh, gosh.
which can be
Yeah, yeah.
a big one for a lot of people.
For sure. I bet a lot of listeners can relate to that.
Absolutely. Family dynamics can be
Yeah.
so complex.
Especially after you get married.
Yeah. So what does she say about that?
What does she suggest?
Well, she stresses the importance of setting boundaries early on and communicating openly with your partner about how you want to interact with each other's families. It's about finding that balance between respecting family ties,
Right.
but also prioritizing the needs of your new
Yeah.
marital unit.
So you're not totally cutting off your family.
No, of course not.
But it's like you're building a new family.
Exactly. It's about creating healthy boundaries.
I like that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
You mentioned before that the book is broken down into bite-sized chapters.
it is.
So is there like a theme or a question that stood out to you?
Yeah. Well, what's interesting is how Ogans really tackles the concept of commitment.
Okay.
She argues that it's not just about saying "I do" on the wedding day, but it's about continuously choosing your partner every single day.
Wow.
Even when things get tough.
Yeah.
She provides these really practical exercises, too.
Oh, really?
For couples to actually, strengthen those commitment muscles.
So it's more than just like a theoretical discussion about love and marriage.
It is.
She gives you concrete tools.
It's about taking those abstract ideas and turning them into action.
I love that.
Me too.
It really seems like this book, How Do I Love Thee, lives up to its subtitle.
Yeah.
Food for thought before you say I do.
Mm.
It's a lot to chew on.
It is.
And think about.
Definitely.
So we've talked about all these different aspects of preparing for marriage, but if you could ask your partner one question right now, based on everything we've talked about, to gauge your readiness for the long haul, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one.
It is.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's something worth thinking about.
That's a powerful question, no matter where you are in your relationship journey.
I agree.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
We hope it sparks some insightful conversations for you.
Yeah, this was great.
All right, take care.
You too.
Yeah.